Humans of the cardboard. Today we're looking at one of the cards that we already had kind of shown off in the leaks, if that's what you want to call them. And we're gonna have a lot of stuff that's like officially revealed over the next month that kind of was covered in those massive leaks that came from Master Duel. Um, but I still want to cover them on the channel. Just one, getting to see the artwork and see that, as well as, I don't know, it'll give me a little more time to kind of develop more in-depth thoughts on a decent amount of those cards and maybe lead to just better insight overall. So today we're taking a look at Spring. Yep, that's right. This card's just called Spring. I believe it's spring like the season. Um, Obviously from this artwork you can see like very misty. You have obviously the flowers starting to bloom on these tree branches. Very cool. I like the artwork on it. It's very just kind of um not super specific, but just cool and very definitely has the vibe you want for spring. Anyway, this is a field spell card. This card has a couple different effects. Very different. This is a card that's like not going to make a ton of sense today, but I think it's the kind of card that'll have a lot of setup into the future. So, first effect, once per turn, you can choose any number of your unused main monster zones, and if you do, place that number of season counters on this card. Also, those zones cannot be used while this card is face up on the field. Okay, so you lock some of your zones to get put some counters on this card, but presumably in the future the counters will be useful. Make your deck better or whatever's happening there. Second effect, monsters you control gain 400 attack for each season counter on this card. Cool. That's icing on the cake, you know. If you lock 2 to 3 zones, you're talking 800 to 1200. If you're getting crazy and only playing with one monster on the field, you could even gain 1600 attack. That's pretty good. And third effect, once per turn during your opponent's end phase, you can take a field spell from your deck that you can place a season counter on and place it face up on your field, but neither player can activate its effects this turn. And if you do, place all season counters on this card on that card. So I think the idea here is that this is the first of a 4 season wave of field spells. That's what makes the most sense to me. This is our springtime core set. So I think it makes perfect sense. We get 4 sets a year for core sets. Next set, Duelist Advance, I would expect that we'll get summer. The set after that will get autumn or fall, and the one after that will get winter. And it'll make for a fun. I don't listen. This card really doesn't do anything at the end of the day. So unless like they really build like some really strong support around this like mini field spell archetype, I don't see it being super competitively viable, but it is cool. I like the idea of these field spells rotating and offering something different. Because once this card leaves the field, your zones aren't locked anymore, and you get whatever season counter buff that the next field spell is going to offer you. So I think it's cool. I think other things I would tie this to potentially is like Ancient Fairy Dragon archetype is something that recently came out that deck is known for. Kind of taking a field spell with Ancient Fairy Dragon and swapping it for a different one. It won't transfer the counters, but you know it is an archetype that kind of gives you the ability to swap field spells you're not necessarily using a ton currently for something you can make more use out of. So that's kind of the other thing that kind of jumps out to me as something that we could see have a little bonus synergy. I don't know if it'll be good. Again, you still would rather just be playing good cards in your deck, not cards that all they do is give you 800 to 1200 attack most of the time. But I still think there could be some fun stuff with here on the more casual level. So that's all I have here. Let me know your thoughts down below on this card. Let me know what ideas you think they could mess around with going into the future if they do try to expand this into like a full on archetype with 4 different field spells. They all rotate each other. Um, Maybe the whole point is like at the end, it's like if some of them have a certain number of counters. So if this deck can kind of force the game into like a slow grind, if you can get like counters over 10 or over 15 or whatever number they choose, maybe they actually do have like an alternate win con or something, right? That would be pretty crazy to see. But I'm curious. I'm curious. So let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think about this card. Let me know what you think Konami could do going forward to make this into like an actual cool, like little side casual archetype. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. What am I here for today? Quick one today. I'll keep you posted with all things news going forward. Still should get a lot of cards revealed in the next month leading up to Duelist Advance official reveal, or I guess release in the OCG, as well as other stuff. So stay tuned to the channel, subscribe for more news from me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.